I was the one who examined Craig Brockwell's body. His wife found him on their living room floor, a plastic garbage bag tied around his neck, an empty bottle of Xanax on the counter beside a suicide note. Everything about the scene suggested he had taken his own life. No signs of struggle. Nothing to indicate foul play. I was ready to sign off on the cause of death when Detective David Franklin stepped in. "It doesn't sit right with me," he said. "The guy had it all: money, a star athlete for a kid, a beautiful wife. And then he just offs himself? Depression doesn't care about any of that," I told him. "People hide it well." Yeah. I get it. But it's not just that. You weren't there. Something felt off. I raised an eyebrow. Off how? David sighed. "Just do the autopsy for me, Jim. I'll owe you. First round's on me." I looked at the body. Autopsies were expensive, invasive. I didn't like performing them unless there was a good reason. But David wasn't the type to make this kind of request lightly. "Fine," I said. "But you know I don't drink." At the time, that was true. The first incision was routine. I peeled back the skin and muscle, expecting to find the ribcage beneath. Instead, I found nothing. Not an empty space. Not hollowed-out flesh. Just blackness. A void. I dropped the scalpel and staggered back. This wasn't possible. I told myself I was seeing things, that I needed better light. I turned to grab my headlamp, and that's when the silence hit. Not the silence of a quiet room, true silence. No hum of electricity. No sound of my own breath. No rustling of my clothes as I moved. It was as if the world had ceased to exist around me. Follow for part 2.